Well, hundreds of migrants have swum from Morocco to the Spanish enclave of Ceuta, sparking fresh tensions along Europe's southern border. Video footage from Ceuta shows large groups of people coming across the frontier, making their way around the breakwaters to gain entry into the Spanish territory. Now, most of those crossing appeared to be young men, but families, women, and children were also among the arrivals. Some migrants were heard shouting support for Spain as they entered the enclave. Ceuta is a small Spanish territory on the northern coast of Africa, bordering Morocco, and has long been an entry point for migrants seeking to reach Europe. Local authorities have asked Madrid to declare a national emergency and provide military assistance to help manage the growing number of arrivals. Well, I'm joined now by journalist Stephen Burgen. He has reported on Spain for more than 2 decades. Mr. Burgen, it's good to have you with us. What is happening at the border right now?
Very much what you've shown in your pictures, that there are still dozens, possibly hundreds of migrants crossing the breakwater and then running along inside the wall that separates Ceuta from Morocco proper. Something like 1,500 people have crossed over in the past few days, and there doesn't seem, the authorities say at the moment that all they can do is attend to the people who are wounded in the crossing or injured, but they're not able to do anything to stop it.
And do we know why is this happening now? Is this mainly about calm summer conditions, or has something changed politically?
I think, the other side of the border in Morocco, there are hundreds, possibly thousands of people who are looking for a chance to cross. Many of them are fleeing conflicts from far away as Afghanistan or in Western Africa. But as you see in the pictures, most of these people are young Moroccan men. And apparently there's a rumor that the word went out that the gates were open and they could get in, and there'd be no problem getting into Morocco. And this seems to have triggered this sort of avalanche of people. The situation of young people in Morocco is very bad at the moment. There are about 1.5 million young people aged 15 to 25 who are neither in education nor in work. And they seem to from their pictures, seem to make up the bulk of the people crossing.
Spain says that Morocco is cooperating, but Ceuta depends on Moroccan forces stopping people before they reach the water. Has it lost control, or has it loosened control?
It isn't clear. Morocco says it is cooperating. It is doing what it always does to try to prevent this. But it's obvious that they have lost control because of the sheer numbers of people who are going across and just on rubber dinghies or even toy floats just to get around this one breakwater.
Spain's Supreme Court has said that migrants intercepted at sea must be brought ashore and processed. You've got local officials claiming that ruling has encouraged these crossings. Is that credible?
Yes, it is. I think what they've agreed some time ago, that before they used to basically just send everyone back, even throw them back in the water. And this resulted in, not in Ceuta, but in the other enclave, Melilla, a few years ago in a disaster in which 37 migrants died, apparently at the hands of the security forces. And so basically these people, once they're in Ceuta, they're in Spain, and there's the options for sending them back are very limited.
I understand that.
And they know that.
Ceuta's leader wants a national emergency declared. Madrid so far has refused. Is this here a legal distinction that we're talking about, or is this a political denial that we're seeing?
I'm not sure what a national emergency would amount to. I think that what they obviously need is reinforcements, just to actually block the entry of people. I don't think that the government is inclined to announce a national emergency, but obviously it has a big problem on its hands because these people will eventually, quite soon, enter the Spanish mainland and become illegal immigrants.
Back in 2021, Morocco was accused of using migration pressure during a dispute with Spain. Is there any evidence that migration is again being used as leverage?
There isn't any evidence at the moment, but it's true. It has happened various times, particularly because of Morocco has a dispute with Spain over the territory of the Sahel, and they have certainly in the past used immigration as a tool in their diplomatic war.
You know, what we're seeing, does this expose the weakness of Europe's border policy, that Europe depends so heavily on Morocco?
Well, I suppose, obviously it does if this is a chaotic situation and it's not clear, really how it can be controlled, except perhaps, extending the fence that goes down to the sea, right into the sea, to make it harder. But I think, you're up against people who are very desperate, who will do anything to get into Europe. And as we've seen, that thousands drowning in the Mediterranean over recent years to escape poverty and conflict.
Mr. Burgen, you have covered Spain extensively. You've seen things like this happen before. These images of all of these young men trying to get into Europe. Do people there at the border in Spain, do they ask, where are the women? Where are the wives? Where are the mothers?
Well, I think most of them are actually much too young they have mothers, but
sisters.
Wives. Yeah. Well, sisters. Well, I think there are a lot of religious and political reasons of why it'd be more difficult for women, young women particularly, to do this. But it is mostly young men. Many of these men will be, in fact, underage, and the Spanish state has an obligation to look after them until they're 18. And the services that offer that are already hugely overwhelmed in cities like Barcelona and Madrid and Valencia.
So what happens next? Is there any reason to think that Spain and Morocco will be able to regain control quickly of the border?
I think they will. I think whatever forces or resources are necessary to stop this, I would imagine would be in place both by Morocco and the Spanish quite quickly. But it remains an open border, and as I said, if people are that desperate about their conditions and hope for anything resembling a better life in Europe, they will do anything to get there.
Journalist Stephen Burgen, we appreciate you taking the time to talk with us and sharing your insights on this. Thank you.